Hello, Hannah. I downloaded your project, and I was going to go over a few things on here that you can do to bring up your grade. The first is that we want this top row here to be static. We don't want it to scroll. We want to be able to see the month. So I'm going to go over to data, view, and I'm going to take freeze panes. And I'm just going to choose top row here, and that'll keep the top row visible. So, if I'm down here and I want to know what, say, May is. The next thing I want to do is right here, it looks like you manually calculated these, but that's a lot of work. So we don't want to do that. We want to get rid of those manual calculations. And it looks like you did the averages correct here. But let's go ahead and format those as money. So if I go to home, just click here, $sign right there. There we go. That's a little bit better. Now these are not totals. As well as you can see, there's no formula in here. The easiest way to add in formulas is to just grab the first piece of data you want, drag it down, and then select AutoSum. If something different is showing here, you just get that sum with the summation. Now, once I've done that, I can grab the little handle here, and I can drag that formula all the way across. And it will give me totals all the way across. You can see that here in this one, it is B4, B11. This will be C4, C11. So that saves you a lot of time doing the math. Now I can do the same thing up here in the top with the going across. And AutoSum again. You can see it gives me the same value here. There we go. So that helps you out. Little things like this, you just write justify, make them look neat. You might want to put some zeros in the spots that are empty. Oops. Just to make them, just to fill out your chart so that you're not missing a data value. That's just good practice with the spreadsheet. I'm going to go ahead and format everything over here in money again. Okay, so it gives you a nice little dash, so it's nothing in there. It looks like you might have, the $signs for some reason are appearing here. It's just fine. They can appear wherever you want. So then we would want to go and do that for each of these to AutoSum. AutoSum here. Oh, wait, I want to get that total there of the sum. There we go. I'll do the same thing here. See what we got. Let's see if these are good. Your averages are good. I'll zoom this out just a little bit so I can see the whole spreadsheet. Just grab and do my AutoSum. And then pull that across. I'm going to pull it one further, even though it's going to get a little cranky with me that I didn't put anything there. And AutoSum this here, and then click off and then drag it down. There we go. Looks like I have expenses to do now. I'm just going to do the same thing here. And the reason I'm doing this is because we're going to grab these values and use them for the next spreadsheet. So you want to make sure that you have everything done properly on this one, because if not, it's going to alter your information on your first sheet. So I am going to pause this video and I'll take care of the rest and then restart it on the to make the charts. One thing I did want to point out when using the AutoSum feature, since I have values in all these cells, if I have one like here where I don't have a value in the first cell, I don't want to just start my AutoSum here and drag it across once I have my sum, because then when I get to one that has a value, or I add a value or something into that top line, then I won't have that available to use. So I want to make sure that I grab all of them, even if they're empty, so that I can ensure that I get the proper results. So just a couple more of these, and then I don't want to drag that either when it's still highlighted like this. It'll copy all the values across. So I want to make sure that I click off at least once so that I get the proper values. some reason we changed the background, I can just grab Format Painter here, and if I do something like that, I can grab my Format Painter here and just get it back. And I can take this one and drag it. All right. Perfect. So one thing that you are missing in here is the total row. We'll do that in just a second. And that will give you the ability to grab the totals from the page and use them to make a chart. Oops, see, I just did the wrong thing there. I dragged everything down to make sure I click off first and then drag it. Looks like these could stand to be formatted as money as well. And what I might do is just, when I'm done with this, grab the money and reformat everybody the same. That way I don't have any different money signs and different display options for this. So it doesn't come out looking differently. Like we have some of them have the dollar sign on the left, some of them have them on the right. So. Last one. Like I said, to make it look nice, I'm finished. I think I'll just select all of these cells that have money in them. Let's go all the way up to here. Ooh, I want to come back. Come back, please. Hi. That's annoying. Okay. It's having issues with me grabbing too much stuff. It's strange. I'm not sure why it's doing that. But what I'll do is I'll just select each group separately and just make sure that I give it the dollar sign so everybody kind of looks the same. So I'm going to have to slow this so I can see everybody on my screen. And then if you want to use a different dollar sign formatting, you can. However you like is fine by me. If you want to have the dollar sign right next to it, the accounting one does this by default. So that's why I'm just grabbing it, just because it's right here and easy. But you can change that if you want to go into the number format, and under your accounting, you can take your symbol and change it in there, figure out your decimal places, or there's some other varieties. So what I want to do here is I want to create a total, and that total needs to include multiple cells. So I'm going to create a total row. You could use the subtotal method, but since we just created the averages, the totals here, that would be a little bit difficult. So I'm going to take a second and I'm going to figure out what all of my cells here are. You can see I have, this is cell B12. Let's do it the easy way. So I'm going to make a row here that says total. Choose a color. Maybe I want it to be yellow. And then I'm going to go and create a function. So I can start that by typing in the cell and equals. And then I can scroll up and select the cells I want to add. And you'll see them pop up here as part of my formula. So I'm going to select this cell, and then I'm going to put a plus sign. Then I'm going to select the next cell I'd like, and a plus sign. I'm just going to go down and select the totals here. Did I get B46? Yes, I did. And then once I get my last one here, just click on that. I'm going to hit Tab, and that's going to take me out of the cell, but it's going to have my value here. And then I can pull this across, and you're going to see that it's going to copy that formula. So I have B12, B12, B22, and if I click the next one, I should have C12, C22. And you can see for each month, it's going to go across, and it's going to give me that total based on the values. Okay, the last thing you need to know is how to make a chart. And it needs to be linked from this page to the other one, so you don't want to copy data. So if I want to do like a monthly totals, I could just take my month here, and I can create a chart right on this table. Chart, just grab a column chart. Now that I have the chart, I can right click on that chart, and I can choose Move Chart. And I'm going to move it. I'm going to select the sheet I want it here as an object. Here I want overview and hit OK. So it's moved me the chart here. Now it's put some weird spot. I might have clicked down there earlier. So I'm just going to move it back up to the top. Of course, it's not going to have a title. You're going to want to click on that and give it a title, monthly budget, monthly average. And then you might want to take this bottom here where it's giving you 1s and 2s and 3s and do something like add in some better data there. So if you did want to do that, we can go back to the budget sheet and we can take 1 second. I have to get rid of that other one. Okay, I think I've gotten rid of that. All right, now I could take this and grab this top here, and I can hold Control. Sorry about that. I mean to do that. And I can grab another section by holding down Control. I can highlight this in addition. Now notice I've highlighted 2 things that are not continuous. Now I can again take that, create a chart, and go to Insert. Just grab myself a bar chart here, a column chart. See, now I have the months on it. And then I can, again, move that one. Chart, object in, overview. Okay. It's down here somewhere. It's still the old one I put in there. Delete that. All right, now you can see I have the months on that. So that's an easy, quick and easy solution for the months. Now, if you'd like to see maybe what percentage of each of these and put them into a circle chart, to a pie chart, I can click off that. Now I'm going to want to grab some headings from over here, and this is where your control button is helpful. And don't scroll with your control button held. That's what I did before. So I might want to see what percentage of my expenses. Let's grab all my expenses and start with education, home, daily living, transportation, entertainment. And I'm holding, to click these, I'm holding my control button. So I'm going to want to click my averages here. Looks like our headings are at the top. So let me grab that here. That was the first one. Oops. And okay, now that I have those, I want to take them and use them to create a chart. So I'll go to Insert. I want to insert a pie chart. And it's not giving me the right values I want. Okay, delete that. Let me just grab something different and we'll make a pie chart. Home is here. Okay, now let's try and get a chart. There we go. So I'm going to have to fix those data labels manually on here. I was thinking I could grab them, but I can't. So then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to right click, move chart, move it to my overview. It's going to be somewhere ridiculous. Now I'm going to have to think a little bit about what these were. And like I believe 5 was home. Let me change that here. Not super worried about that. You can add labels in here. Add data labels. Oops, come on. There we go. It shows me the amount in each one. I can do the same thing for here if I like. My data labels. And then just play around with it and have a little fun. I'm not grading these super hard. It's not meant to get you frustrated or anything. But play around with the charts a little bit and see what you can make with them. But this is your actual project I'm working. I did it on so that you'd be able to see on your project. But good luck, and I'll send you this video.